Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Trails Beyond the Horizon. Last part, stuff happened, we scoured the city, did some more errands, all that kind of fun stuff. I had to break up the last part because my recording ended up stopping midway through, which kind of messed up my whole process. So let's get back to where we left off. So I will be back in just a second. I want to hear what the shopkeeper has to say. Vaughn. I know. For now, I'll just let them do what they want. We went to Brother's music shop and asked the shopkeeper about Candace. Apparently, a woman and a child had been living there, but they hadn't moved out a few months ago. The shopkeeper didn't know where they had really moved to. Looks like we came in vain. Except, you noticed it too, huh? Looks like we lured out some prey. Take the back streets. We'll split up and go after him. We'll take him head on. Right. No way I lost them already. They can't have been that fast. Which means they're hiding. Oh, shit. I wasn't expecting a choice. Fuck me. Behind a car. So you're the one who's been following us, huh? You already saw through me. Guess you're not a Spriggan for nothing. That wasn't half bad. I think you had me marked from the start. I wouldn't have guessed you'd just be a little punk, though. Still, you approach us even knowing who we are. That makes you Candace's son, huh? That's right. She was supposed to have a son around 12 years old now. Right on the money. My name's Stan. I've got a request for you concerning my mom. No kidding. I suppose we can at least hear what you gotta say, even if you're acting a little smug. I appreciate it. So lately, my mom's been acting real weird. I tried looking into it, and what I found was a 4SPG saying someone wants to kill her. Well, you're pretty observant and motivated for someone your age. It would appear you're also aware of your mother's occupation. Well, it's not like she told me directly, but I kind of figured it out. She may be some sort of criminal, but to me, she's just my mom. It's not like I love moving around all the time, but I'm grateful to her for raising me. So I'd like to overwrite your 4SPG. Want to overwrite a 4SPG? Yes, I know she's probably being hunted by people who want her dead, so I want you to help her and help me escape the country. And she's got the mirror, in case you're wondering. She should be able to pay you. I see, so that's your plan. I mean, I can understand what he's going through, but what do you propose, Mr. Arkwright? Whatever we do, it depends on this guy's mom. We won't do anything for now, so can you arrange for us to talk to her? Won't even make empty promises, huh? Good. It's better that way. Makes you seem more trustworthy. I'll arrange the meeting. Right now, even if you're free. She should be at home. Alright, lead the way. We currently live in an apartment in Riverside, just so you know. I'll head over there first, so let's meet up at the bulletin board in front of the subway station. Got it. Back to Riverside!
出発いたします
I mean, we came. So can we finally hurry up and meet my mom or what? Alright, show me the way. Great, let's go. This is the apartment we were living in right now. The Horizon Heim, huh? Our room's on... Wait, Mom? Hurry, after her. Looks like she ran in here. The underground maintenance tunnel. Confirmed. Judging by the footprint, she's gone but quite a ways in. Doesn't feel like she's running blind. That's Lady Silence for you. So surprised she's good at losing a tail. Dang it! Why are you running, Mom? It's me! Let's hurry before we lose her. Whoa! Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Help her run away. Fuck this thing. I killed them all. Lightning rat. I'm good. Right. Damn rat. Mom, please listen. These guys aren't trying to kill you. Get down, Stan. Rosette, leave it to me. What was that? Sharp trap linked to containers. A shard trap. Sure pays to be prepared. Phew. Maybe that made that one by the skin of our teeth. It would seem our party has been separated, however. At least the young man is still safe. Looks like he's pushing her son away on purpose. Mom, wait for me! You can leave him to us. Thanks, I'm counting on you. Let's chase after Candace. Whoops. Are you okay, Vaughn? Yeah, but dang, her aim is precise. She's doing it to keep us from getting near her. There's something I'd like to confirm, and this seems to be a good time as any. Tell me, Vaughn, what's your impression of this job? Now that you ask, I knew it seemed strange. It's like that, is it? Which means, I could just be going out on a limb here, but it seemed to me that the person who sent the original request was none other than Candace herself. Are you serious? Huh. But then, what about Stan? That last little trap was probably put in place to make sure he didn't get dragged into it. She's been laying us around with the noses all by herself. What more proof do you need? So far, everything's going exactly as Candace has planned. Assisted suicide isn't sort of job we normally accept. So she made it something else. In other words, she has a death wish. It seems highly likely. She's sure asking a lot. Here's a thought. Master, can I get you and the others to pursue the target? That won't be a problem. I said this at the start, but I won't allow any killing. Trust me, I know. And we'll see you later. My goodness, these guys are persistent, aren't they? You have no way out. Stay there and turn yourself in. Come on, get caught up. Spriggan. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lady Silence. You do know why you were pursuing, right? Can't take the life of a cold-blooded killer. What else? Sure, but something doesn't add up. Why would such a proficient assassin who's been so successful in concealing our identities suddenly reveal herself so easily? Isn't it obvious? Until now, I've always been working over someone. But without a place to go, I can no longer wear the mask of Lady Silence. That's all there is to it. So that's the aim you want to take. I don't know what you were trying to say earlier. But honestly, I've just grown tired of certain things. If you're going to do it, then do it already. What? That makes it sound like you want to die! Here's trouble. Looks like you weren't able to stop him like you hoped. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. We brought the kid as quick as we could. Well done, guys. Now, do you still intend to make things difficult? It's not true, is it, Mom? Please tell me it's not true. I refuse to believe you'd request someone to kill you. I haven't admitted a thing. If I die here, then I'm simply getting what's coming to me. You don't have to be sad, Stan. If anything, you should be relieved that you're finally free of the restrictions living with me as forced on you. What are you even saying? There's no way I'll be relieved. I see. You know, Candace, I think what you're saying is right. No! I have a Roha request, remember? He's charged at the stun caliber. Impressive bloodlust, Spriggan. But no matter how you look at him, an assassin. I won't give my life for free. If you don't get serious, you'll be the one to see the goddess. Stop! Please stop! After all that, you still use blanks. Guess you're naive after all. Should have been the one saying that. I should be the one saying that. Why don't you kill me? Don't get it twisted. I'm not nearly as naive as you, which is why I'm not going to fulfill your wishes. What do you intend to do then? Oh God, Eisenchild. I don't remember what the Eisenchild is. Well, we upgraded, what was it? Chaos and Law? I don't remember what the Eisenchild is. What do I want to do? No, we upgraded. I think we upgraded Gray and Chaos. Let's do that. Sorry, but I'm giving you to the police. What? More predictable answer. Perhaps, but it's also the most appropriate. Sure is. Damn it, that's not what we talked about. Weren't you going to help us escape? Don't be so naive. Come on. Have you even thought about what would happen if next I've even granted your wish? A life of lie after lie. The thing you're waiting for could hardly be called a life. I get that. What would happen to my mom? She's going to jail. Once she's paid for her crime, she'll have a chance for a fresh start. I was wondering what you would say. Come to think of it, you did send us on ahead. It appeared you called in someone in advance. The police, I take it? Yeah, I had a quick conversation with Inspector Daswani. So that's how it is. I asked him a bit about your crimes. Sounds like there's a few cases with any solid evidence. Considering the circumstances, he said there may be some wiggle room. At worst, she'd have you served to about 10 years, give or take. Maybe less. 10 years. It's a really long time. And the cops are fools. They should be giving me the death penalty. Oh, can it? Don't go think you can take the easy way out. He's right. You have to keep living no matter what, to atone for your crimes. Well, that's just my intuition talking. Maybe with a sprinkle of wishful thinking. Still, I believe you and your son deserve a life outside of the shadows. Spriggan. It's strange, but listen to you, I don't feel so bad about it. So Vaughn contacted Inspector Daswani once again to hand a Canis over to the police. That was a... Whee! That was a unceremonious end on that one. Alright, let's head back to Auburn since we're filming around there anyway. Demands. What do you have? Alright, I think this is the only left in here that's going there, right? Ah, their memories. Shame I missed out on the festivities this time around. Sounds as though it was quite the event. I heard even surpassed the likes of the festival Vaughn and his schoolmates put together. It's quite the feat. I hate to admit it, but yeah, they outdid us. The bar has risen so high, the four-eyed kid's gonna have to jump the length of a skyscraper to clear it. Wait, back up. Regard, from the way you said it, one might assume you personally attended the Aramis Academy Festival of 8 years ago. Huh? Is that true? Yeah, he was there, though we hadn't met at that point. He just happened to come by while he was on the Capitol. On day 2, right? That's correct. I really had a good time, too, and that play you wrote was the event's crowning jewel. The story of the Calvinian Revolution has its title, no? Young Elaine's performance as Sheena was as captivating as it was impeccable. You're too kind. Why did you tell me about this, Vaughn? Huh. Oh, hello, Lon. Long time no smell. I know I've said this before, but thank you so much for all your help during the festival. The school said you'd be swinging by. Something about having business with the student council? If you're dropping off a little tree counts as business, then yeah. Sounds like we've had our hands full lately. Man, oh man, you know the half of it. I'm proud of them. Not many students are willing to come in on a day off. Oh, and did I hear right that Miss Bright is going back home this semester? Things are only going to get rougher and tougher for them, if so. There's some more boulder in their path and they'll have to climb over. We've wrapped up all the Force BGs here, and now's a good time as any. Sure, an event that'll slightly alter the state of the Arbor District. Sure. Mind if I head on in? Of course, you're more than welcome. Here's your permission slip. With that, you'll have carte blanche to go anywhere you like. Wow, this guy sure is being awfully friendly. Oh, he's always been like this. People used to call him a bit of a flirt, in fact. I could see why.
アルベール、ここ間違ってる。合同会社じゃなくて合資会社だよ。
そうなのか。有限会社もあるし、何がなんだか。
そちらのリストは引き取ります。去年のデータを見つけましたから。役立ちそうな資料を集めたよ。端末に送るから参考にしてみて。
助かります。
おお、テンパってやがんな。
なんだか難しそうな整理をしてるみたいですけど。
部活動などの学内備品の納入業者の選定リスト作成ね。毎年ある程度見直されていて、生徒会の最初の仕事ではあるのよね。
ああ、あったな。ルネにこき使われたもんだぜ。
想像以上にハードね。そういえば今聞こえたのって。
ええ、あの方のようですね。
すまない。それに先生も。まさかここまで大変だったなんて。
まあまあ、しかし去年はレン先輩がほとんどやってくれてたんだね。
先輩ももう少し私たちに振るべきだったって言ってましたね。
何でもできるレンちゃんもいろいろ思うところはあるみたいだね。あ、ひょっとして
バンさんたちですよね。どうぞ入ってください。
失礼するぜ。お、大変そうだな。それにあんたの方はお久しぶりか。
そうですね。エレインさんも一緒だったんですね。で、もしかしてあなたは。
ベルガルド・ゼーマンだ。噂は金がね、ハーシャル城。NGO にトールズでの活躍も含め、一度お目にかかりたいと思っていた。
恐縮です。私こそガイウス君からいろいろ。
ああ、挨拶は後でゆっくりやってくれや。
陣中見舞いに差し入れを持ってきました。これアンダルシアの夏季限定ケーキらしいんだけど。ありがとうございます。
ごちそうになります。正直脳の糖分が切れた気がして。
生徒会の仕事は頭を使うものね。
よろしければ紅茶などお入れしましょうか。
いえいえ、そこまでは。すぐに人数分用意しちゃいますね。
There was one constant at this university, Andalusia, bringing us sweet, sweet goods with its exquisite limited summer menu. After there's another constant, student council work being a total pain in the neck. You're telling me we're facing way more issues with our vendors this year compared to last. We didn't want to bother Ren, but despite our best efforts, we ended up needing to rope Miss Toa in. Again, I'm really sorry. I hope you aren't having to miss your flight for this. Oh no, I still have plenty of time to catch it. Don't worry about a thing. Besides, I wanted to help out, even if it's just a little bit, to make for my being out of the city during the break. Oh, does that mean? I have to think about it. Fee was telling me a little bit about this. You're headed to that part of the country, yeah? Yeah, right. You did meet some of my colleagues at Mark's headquarters, didn't you? Admittedly, I can't really disclose much, this being confidential work and all, but I'll be gone for around 3 days. Gotcha. I don't mean get you saying something you shouldn't. Can't go breaking NDAs all willy-nilly now, can you? I heard you met with some of Toa's acquaintances from Thor's at Marduk's headquarters, and one of them put out that request on behalf of Epstein Foundation. Yeah, well, that was Altina, a super pretty girl with a cool, mysterious vibe. Her destination appears to be the same as the Ashen Chevalier, rather the Divine Blades. This stays between us, but that's where Fee is headed for as well. Makes you wonder what all the old top bananas think from the Empire doing here. A little off topic, but I've been wondering something. Has everyone in school been hyper lately? Project Startaker, I mean. Hype would be putting it mildly. I mean, this is mankind's greatest achievement in the making we're talking about here. The boys in particular have been going feral. It feels like everyone who doesn't have a T-phone is clamoring for one now. Yeah, so they can catch the live stream. The girls aren't quite at foaming at the mouth levels of hype, but since a lot of them are into astrology and stuff, there's still excitement in the air. And what's more, several are looking up to Major Amelia as a role model, which is fair because she's wicked cool. Apparently, a screen is going to be set up in auditorium so the students can see the launch on the day of. There was an official notice about it from the Department of Education. Of course, it's perfectly alright to be excited, but lately I've noticed more and more kids showing up to school sleep-deprived. Some of you had to call in sick during finals. Miss Matilda was awfully worried about the whole thing. Really? I hadn't realized. Seems I still don't have a good grasp of the issues plaguing our student body. It doesn't include the second years, right? Maybe it's only the first years that are affected.
お客さんが来てるみたいだけど、なんとか一区切りついた感じが
That's
する。
Ren! There she is! Ah, it's you, Ren. Nah, afraid not, but we did make it to the halfway mark at least. Yeah, no small part did Miss Toa carrying us the whole way there. That's not true at all. All I did was prepare a little paperwork. You guys did most of the heavy lifting. You seem a little bit tired yourself, Ren. Would you care for some dessert that the others brought us? Very much so, thank you. You needn't worry about the tea, however. I can prepare that on my own. It sounds like you've been busy little bee lately. I suppose I have been buzzing around here, but sitting here and there. The issue with the school's orbital network has occupied me much of my time today. Ah, that reminds me, Miss Toa. Shouldn't you be leaving for the airport? You'll miss your flight if you don't leave soon. Oh yeah, not to worry. I should have plenty of time as long as I take the subway system hit with delays due to orbital circuitry issues. Affected areas. Auburn District? That's not good. That's not good. Don't you have to make it all the way to Edith Airport? Yes, they do. Maybe I can make if I take a different route. I am so sorry. This is all my fault. No, it's not. Don't blame yourself. As long as I catch a bus or a cab, I'll be fine. According to my taxi booking app, it would take approximately 20 minutes for the nearest cab to arrive. Did someone call for a Spriggan taxi driver? We'll get you to your destination lickety split. 0 wait time guaranteed. Does that mean we get to finally play as Toa in this game? If she's gonna be pairing up with Reen and everybody else?
でもこの車以前乗せてもらいましたけど、やっぱりすごく乗り心地がいいですね。
Aren't they? I'm glad someone in the truck's got good taste. I just made some modifications on the wheel housings end. Oh, goddess. Anyone have some earplugs? Friendly advice, be careful bringing up cars around the boss. Get him going and you'll never hear the end of it. She's not exaggerating either. Vaughn really needs some new hobbies, doesn't he? Wow, thanks guys. What great friends I have. Your assistants just about know you inside and out at this point.
アニエスちゃんから聞いてますけど、皆さん本当に素敵なご関係ですよね。それぞれいろいろな出身と伺っていますけど、一緒にいてすごく自然というか。
We do? Yeah, we gel like the best of them. Oh dear, as a least employee from Marduk, I'm not sure I know how to feel about that assessment. I mean, we get along fine enough, I guess. I'm a Spriggan, you know? You know, the kind who will take the tough jobs nobody else wants. Got my hard-boiled image to protect here. Says the cake and ice cream addict. As is plain to see, it can be difficult for the young to tell apart their idolize and actual selves. If I wasn't self-aware about it net before, I sure am now, Master. It's a little odd being lumped in with this group now. What about you and your friends, Toa? You seem to have a strong relationship with them as well.
そうですね。在学中にはいろんなことがありましたし、卒業後も各方面に分かれましたけど、ずっとつながっていろいろ乗り越えたりもして、白状すると私が共和国に来たのはその一環であるところも大きいです。
Huh. Toa. Not surprising to hear. You really aren't the type to sit back and play spectator when something's clearly going down. I mean, you commanded an airship during the Civil War, for crying out loud. Not to mention all the stuff you did during Jormungandr. Now you and your Thor's friends have expanded your operations to the international stage, for the sake of Zemuria as a whole.
そんな風に言われるほど立派に動けてるわけじゃありませんけど、でもそうありたいと私も仲間も後輩のみんなも感じているとは思います。
Wow, Thor's people are in a class all on your own. It's really beautiful. And you called our camaraderie impressive. Anyhow, I'm glad we had this chance to get better acquainted. Circumstances depending, I might be willing to take on a Force PG for you guys. They're already working with the Foundation on the Green Garden at Altina's request. Naturally, the Guild would be more than willing to assist as well, should feet require it. But I'll be always happy with my support to any of my youngest in any cause my youngest people Gaius needs assistance with. Hey, wait, can we not make like 50 commitments at once here? Seems forming a connection such as this is Mr. Arkwright's specialty.
はい、改めてよろしくお願いしますね。
Underground anti-immigration terrorist group. You say they're operating outside our republic as well? Yeah, though we don't have any connection to the space program that we know about. Be that as it may, this is an issue that's at the forefront of the Guild's mind. Have you heard anything in relation to that group, Toa? It is unreasonable to suppose that you have, with Thor's extensive network of connections at your fingertips. Well, for one thing, I don't think this group has been active in the main part of the Empire, liberal or crossbell. But like the Guild has heard, the northern side of the continent is another story. Some of my friends were personally involved in some of the incidents that took place in Jirai and North Umbria. Wait, really? What kind of incidents were we talking about here? Honestly, from what I've heard, been told, we don't know all about the specifics. First sign of trouble was over 2 years ago, when Jirai was in an upheaval over a bid for independence. They had been annexed by the Empire and were looking to become an independent state again, much like Crossbow North Umbria. However, the people ultimately voted to keep it under imperial rule. It's not a permanent decision. The citizens will revisit this matter and revote every 10 years. With so many divergent opinions being thrown around, local residents and other parties struggle to reach even that compromise. And yet, multiple small-scale terrorist attacks took place seemingly in protest of it. The collateral was minimal, but no one was killed, thankfully, but the people were shaken with fear, leading to further disputes. Things did settle down eventually with an agreement ratified half a year later than planned, but the instigators of the attacks were never identified. Even now, our allies from Thor are still attempting to track them down. Jirai. I knew it was in the northern western part of Zemuria, but not much beyond that. Must be a slippery bunch if even the war heroes from the Empire can't get a lock on them. You claim that was merely the first sign of trouble. I take that to mean more have arisen over these past 2 years. Unfortunately so. The next one involves the people who are unhappy with the agreement. Over the past half year, many of them have suddenly gone missing. Ah, that links back to what you guys heard. Indeed, although that there was a common thread among the victims is new to me. Could there be a similar trend in Ramifaria, North Umbria, and the Free Cities? I get the feeling this might involve brokers for undocumented immigrants like one we ran into before. But wasn't Ramifaria a pretty wealthy nation? I wouldn't have thought they'd have issues with people having to enter illegally. They are wealthy, yes, but no matter how well off a country may be, it's simply impossible to root out discord and strife completely. The real concern is what's causing these people, however few they may be, to just up and vanish. This matter is always already on Thor's radar. We want to make sure the situation doesn't escalate any further than it has. Good to hear you guys are all over this. Don't know what you guys are going to be up to over in Basil, but if you need any help, you got my number. I appreciate it. So much for keeping the destination of my trip a secret. Guess the cat's out of the bag. Did Fee tell the guild she was coming with? Yes, she did. It sounds like Quatre's friends will be helping us out a lot while we're there. While I'm there, I really hope I'll get the chance to visit the observatory at least once. That's so. Oh yeah, speaking of that, your grandfather was an astronomer, was he not? How did you know that? Is he that well known in the Republic too? His name was Alfred Herschel, right? Doubt your average Joe would know him, but he seems pretty famous to the people in his field. Yeah, we got the rundown on him not too long ago. You probably already heard about some of this, but we stopped by over at Agnes's house earlier, and after Von finished explaining to Tala how her grandfather's name had shown up in Professor Ripstern's diaries, they arrived at the airport. The group saw Toa off as she boarded the airliner for Basil before returning to work. Alright! We're updating Auburn District. Anything new? Doesn't look good. Were we supposed to go to the cathedral too? Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up here because I completely lost track of time. So, when we come back, we will continue our investigation of the city. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you then. Later.